Hello everyone, I am Noor Sahira binti Hesham, CSC 580 Parallel Processing. A case study on manycore. Abstract manycore processors are a way to face the always growing demand in digital data processing. Manycore architectures are architectures containing from a few tens to thousands of cores integrated on the same chip. Manycore processors are used extensively in embedded computers and high-performance computing. Then GPUs may be considered a form of manycore processor, having multiple shader processing units, and only being suitable for highly parallel code, high throughput, but extremely poor single-thread performance. Introduction. A core is the processing unit that receives instructions and performs calculations, or actions, based on those instructions. Processors can have a single core or multiple cores. Then, many-core processors are distinct from multi-core processors. Where are many-core? In client embedded platforms, graphics processing units, video encoding, decoding, imaging, sound processing, soft modem. In supercomputers, general-purpose multi-cores GPUs. Intel MIC. Third is in servers, general-purpose multi-cores, many-thread processors, many small cores. Definition. Many-core typically refers to devices with dozens or hundreds of cores. Many-core processors are specialist multi-core processors designed for a high degree of parallel processing, containing a large number of simpler, independent processor cores. Multi-core processors are widely used across many application domains, including general-purpose, embedded, network, digital signal processing (DSP), and graphics (GPU). Then, many-core processors are used extensively in embedded computers and high-performance computing. Early 1970s, the first microprocessor was developed by Intel. It was a 4-bit machine that was named the 4004, followed by Intel's 8008 and 8080, as well as Motorola's 6800 and 68000. Then new generation of processors are developed. Single-core technique used to increase single-core performance was pipelining, beginning other-waiting instructions before the first finishes. More text for the multi-threading involves execution of two separate threads. Time is divided and interlaced between the two threads in order to simulate simultaneous execution. Example, Intel Pentium 4 670. Multi-core. A processor with two cores running at efficient clock speeds can process instructions with similar speed to a single-core processor running at twice the clock speed, yet the dual-core processor would still consume less energy while working with many threads. A multi-core processor with n cores can execute n threads simultaneously by assigning a core to each thread. Many-core cache coherency is an issue limiting the scaling of multi-core processors. Many-core processors may bypass this with tricks such as message passing, scratchpad memory, DMA, partitioned global address space, or read-only non-coherent caches. 5 Paper Review. This is my review papers. Review Paper 1, Designing Efficient Sorting Algorithms for Many-Core GPUs. Researchers describe the design of high-performance parallel radix sort and merge sort routines for many-core GPUs by taking advantage of the full programmability offered by CUDA. The new algorithms are: first is radix sort algorithm, second is merge sort algorithm. Review Paper 2, A Workflow Runtime Environment for Many-Core Parallel Architectures. They introduce a new MWRE to efficiently enact traditional scientific workflows on modern many-core computing architectures. MWRE is compiler-based and translates workflows specified in the IWIR. Review Paper 3, A Cylinder Computation Model for Many-Core Parallel Computing. Presents a semantic model for many-core parallel computing systems so that the systems can be modeled and verified in a manageable way. The model is called CCM, which is based on projection constructs in PTL and MSVL. Review Paper 4: Multi-core versus many-core computing for many task branch and bound applied to big optimization problems. They revisit the design and implementation of B and B algorithms for multi-core processors and Intel Xeon FICO processors, considering the offload mode as well as the native one. 2 major parallel models are considered: the master worker and the worker pool modeling and simulation of a many-core architecture using SystemC. This paper addresses the applicability of SystemC to simulate many-core architectures. SystemC is a system design language that has evolved in response to a pervasive need for improving the overall productivity for designers of electronic systems. Thank you.
created using Powtoon.